The real estate market often seems like a distant world where only an elite of experts is successful. In a time of so much uncertainty in the air and bad news, real estate investing can seem intimidating. But today, I want to tell you that if you make the right decision today, you can enter the real estate market from the back door. Bad credit record? No credit at all. Do you dread the idea of having a home loan? Do you dream of owning investment properties? You are in the right place and right time, because we have created a program which is a tax lien and deed investment online course of only 14 hours. This course is specially designed for people like you who have big dreams. You will learn at your own pace and everything from your home computer. This is your chance. Join our membership for $19.99 a year. What are you waiting for? Visit our website primetimehomebuyerBuyback.org and sign up today for course access.
Blessings. Good afternoon. Welcome to Primetime Home Buyers, and you're here with your host, Lady Lashley. If you don't know who I am, let's turn down the volume just a little bit. We're partying today. If you don't know who I am the host of Secure Your Energy, as well as Primetime Home Buyers, the buyback team platform on YouTube. What we do here is we educate. If you don't know, we are investors in the real estate market, but we invest in alternative real estate. What is that? Alternative real estate is everything outside of getting a conventional loan. Okay, we invest in foreclosures, tax lien, deeds, all types of stuff. But with that being said, we want to educate the people on doing their due diligence. So today, we're going to continue to do what we do, and that is broadcast. We're going to be broadcasting and teaching you guys how to invest in tax liens and tax deeds. Okay, so let's get this started real quick. Let me see what we can do. We about to do a little test because we've been having trouble sending our notifications out. So we're going to do a dual live right now and see how this works out. All right, guys. Right now, we're doing a dual live, okay? We're going to see if we get some notifications out, if we get some people out here to check out what we got going on. So if you don't know, we have been investing or teaching people how to invest into Georgia tax lien sale. We have went to Clayton County, Fulton County, Henry County, Macon, and we have some videos that highlight that particular experience and process. So we're going to continue to go down that path and educate people about the tax lien sale in Clayton County. So we do have some clips to show you guys where we went excuse me, where we went out and pre-research the properties that's on the tax lien list. So you're going to see a video that we show in the end, and that particular video is going to basically show you what we found on last month's tax lien sale. But today, what we're going to be doing is actually looking at this coming month, which is October tax lien sale and the list. And we're going to kind of do a little deep dive into some of the properties, okay? And we're going to show you. Our main purpose with our particular corporation business is to teach you how to do your due diligence. It is so important for the average real estate investor, which is me and you, to learn how to invest alternatively so we can get back in the market. We don't want to just jump in the market and do anything. We actually want to know what we're doing and kind of be preventative. So that's what we focus on here, doing your due diligence. So let's get started. We're going to teach you how to do your due diligence. All right. Now, I'm still trying to figure out if notifications going out. I see notifications may not be going out, but we're going to just keep the broadcast going, and we're going to try a few things. So what we're going to do is share our screen, and we're going to go to Clayton County tax lien sale. all you have to do is one, go to the Clayton County, Georgia Tax Commissioner office. So we're going to open that tab right now. And hold on one second. I'm going to put myself to the side real quick. And we're going to get started doing our due diligence. Let's do our tax lien um, research. Now, what you see here is the Clayton County, Georgia website. And what we're looking for is the information about the tax sale. So you'll find that right here. And we're going to go through all of these tabs, kind of not all of these tabs. We're going to go through the most important tabs one by one so you can kind of know the basis of what you need to do. We're going to look at the application process as well. And then we're going to also look at the list. Okay, I'm excited because I like the list. I miss doing these type of live. I haven't been live on this platform in a while, but this is what we do. So here, what's good about Clayton County is that you can do some research right on the website. Okay? And on that particular website, hey, we got some people here. I didn't even know that. Look at that. I'm actually doing live the same platform that you're watching, and you'll be able to see what I'm presenting. We've been having some issues sending out our notifications, so I did a dual live. I'm coming live right here on my phone, and I'm live actually on the streaming app. So if you guys that's right here watching on the phone, if y'all click over to that other video, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm showing you. This is actually a test live because I wanted to see what was going on. My notifications stopped going out. Thank you for coming, y'all. Let me show you to my other audience. This is what we have on the screen. So I want you guys to come over to the live that we have right now that's streaming on this platform. Somehow you guys got the notification for this, but you did not get the notification from the streaming app. So, okay, if y'all want to listen to me talk, we're going to talk about it right here as people come in, and I'm going to remind you guys where to go. All right, so here we go. Now we have that particular, let's make this a little bit bigger. Is this okay for you guys? I miss streaming with y'all. I'm streaming. Wow. All right, let's make it a little bit bigger. Put my head on the side. So here, what makes Clayton County good is that you can do some of the preliminary research right here on their website. Now you'll see a hyperlink for real property research, advanced sales search, personal property search, and we'll be going into that later. And they also have a map search. Now, I don't think, oh, this is a GIS map, y'all. Check it out. Clayton County stepping it up. You get all of that on one. Okay. Sometimes when you're in different states or different counties, they don't have all of this well put together. So this is beautiful. So we can use the actual GIS map, navigate that. We'll show you how to do that a little bit, and then we can compare and contrast. We're going to at least show you one of the properties today that's on the tax lien list that's coming up for the tax lien sale that is taking place on the 1st. Okay. If you're interested in just learning a little bit about the tax lien sale that's coming up October 1st, Clayton County, this is the place you need to be. As you guys know, I'm dual streaming. So if you cannot see my screen, please go onto the page that you're looking at now. Come to the other stream that's live, okay? Because it's still saying 0 on my streaming app, but then I see you guys here. So I'm just going to just keep things going and just let God work it out, okay? All right. Now, that is some of the places. Ooh, I love that. But what we're going to look at right here is bidder pre-registration form. So let's see, can we open that real quick? I just want you to look at that. Some counties actually make you make a deposit when you're registering. Some of them make you prove your funds that you have it. So you got to keep that in mind. Sometimes you have to have your budget already, presented to them, and they verify funds. That's particular counties, and that's some counties that have high volume sales. Okay, and I'm being abstract because I'm talking about investing across the United States. Every county is different. So when I throw things out to you, these are just things to keep in mind and to look out for. All right, so this is the bidder registration form, which is pretty simple. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No fees. If you have any questions, you can call them, but a driver license is required. Again, remember, if you are a business, you want to make sure that all of your credentials are together, because some of some of the counties are very meticulous about that. Okay, especially because they're issuing you a property, they want to make sure that you're actually a business, and in some states they require you to prove if you're in good standing. In good standing meaning if you owe any debt in the state or anything, they won't let you participate. Okay. So we're going back to the screen. If you guys can't see it, please log on to the stream, to the other stream that's streaming simultaneously right now. Okay. Now, here we go. You can see back on the main Clayton County page, we're going to just be looking, we're showing you the bit of information. It actually has tax list for November and October. Now, I just want to show you November's tax liens list, and this is why you have to be proactive. Because when you look at the list, probably weeks before the tax lien sale, you can have a list that's probably 4 or 5 pages, or even up to 100 pages, depending on the county. But I have noticed with Clayton County, as it gets closer to the date, they actually, the how can I say, the list gets smaller. That's because people actually pay their tax bill. Okay, so this is the tax bill. I mean, the tax lien list for next month. Okay, and hold on 1 second. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm streaming on the right thing, y'all. Okay, yeah, we got it right because I'm still seeing zero on this. Y'all guys need to come over here because it's just so weird. Now, on this particular list, it's a robust list. It's 4 pages. I will use this as a case study for people who are getting to know how to do this so you can start doing your due diligence, looking at these properties, looking up information about them. I'm not going to show you how to do totally your due diligence as far as looking for the deed, but that's something that we do teach, and we do have seminars that can give you hands-on training about that. But now let's just look at the October list because I had October list before, and it was pretty long and robust too. But now, if you look at the October list, hold on 1 second. Confuse myself, so I will take some stuff off the screen. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday and you're feeling amazing and you're ready to get invested, or at least learning and getting yourself prepared. That's what I'm about. I'm about being prepared. I don't like to be caught up in stuff and don't know what's going on. And it's so many things that happen. So now, looking at the tax lien list for Clayton County, there looks like it's only 5 particular properties, guys. Go look at this. I have to show the audience here what we're looking at. We have a dual stream going on right now on the same platform. Notifications have not been going out on my streaming equipment, as you guys can see. But I decided to do a beta test today. So that's what y'all seeing right now is a beta test. So what I'll do is link this video to the actual video where y'all can see stuff, or y'all can go over there and look at it. Now you see this particular list, it's only 5 houses. So that's what's actually available for the first. So I will say to you guys, if these properties may not be available, just looking at this particular list, the only property I would say probably would be available is this one that's back taxed for 3 years. Okay, on this list is good. This list is a nice list. You will find different lists is interchangeable about what it shows you, but most lists usually show you the date of the tax lien sale, the parcel, the name of the owner. Usually, if it don't have the name of the owner, it would have the property location or description, but it has to have a parcel number there. And usually they indicate what year taxes that they're back. But just be aware that some lists are not condensed like the ones that we see right here. You may see a list that says 222 and 21, and it'll have the same list. And sometimes they come in Excel, and you can actually condense them. If you guys are good with Excel, that's where you go. Go to Excel and kind of put that together. But I just want you guys to be aware that the list can be very different depending on the state. But a lot of counties have gotten better because this is mainstream now. Tax lien sales and deed sales is mainstream. It's not just us creeping in the background. This has blown up over the last few years. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start to. Do you guys need me to go into details about the actual tax lien sale and, just teach you the rules and regulations? Let's see what Clayton County is. Rules. Let's just see. Let's just show you where the rules are at. Give me 1 second. Let me go through this website. I guess they got pretty click here for tax assessor page, Clayton County. Hold on. So let's go to tax assessor page. The tax assessor page may have the information we need about the tax lien. So, you know, the tax assessor is different from the tax commissioner. They work together, but you know what it's up? Property search information, tax assessor. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let's get it. Y'all want to see what I'm looking at right now? That's the real estate division. Usually, sometimes what they have on the website, I was looking at the website, sometimes they have like the rules and regulations and they give you kind of like a disclaimer, like move at your own will. This is what you have to do. Just give you a breakdown. If I find it, I'll be able to show you guys, but it don't look like they have that here. But if I find it, I will. What we're going to do is now just choose a property off the list. That's what we're going to first do, okay? We're going to get a property off the list. Let's say a little bit easy. We'll do an easy one. The one that was back taxed for 3 years. That is, hold on 1 second, 312 Roy Huie Drive. So what we're going to do is copy and paste y'all Huie Drive, and we're going to put it in actually what Clayton County gave us. It's so easy because usually I start with going to just do a general map quest review. Let's go do it the way I always do it. Let's do a little map quest thing. Let's get it up there. Hold on. It's in Riverdale. Y'all know a little bit about Georgia? I'm gonna get it on the map. You guys, if y'all tuning in right here on this device where you see me with the green screen, I am dual live right now. You guys can actually just go right on this page. It should be 2 lives up, and you'll be able to see what I'm showing the audience right now. I see someone came over. My streaming equipment is acting up. This is a beta test, but we're educating while we're doing the beta test. So if you can't see what I'm doing, this is where you will see if you go to the other stream. All right, let's get to it. Now, let's just do a basic Google search of 312 Roy Huie Rd in Riverdale. What does it look like? Here we go. Let's pull up the regular maps. Let's put it in real, 3D, real time, Google Live. And this is the particular property. It says number 2. Hold on. You see how it's giving me a hard time, y'all? Sometimes you got to play around with it. Roy Huie Rd. Here we go. I don't see my little man to put down on there. But does it look like there's a property here, guys? Let me know. I can't really zoom in too much. But what we're going to do is, let me see, search this area. What could I do? Can I get down? What happened to the little man? Didn't there used to be a little man here? So it looks like this is outside the cul-de-sac. We're going to get another look at this real quick. If you guys like to invest, y'all want to learn how to do your due diligence, this is the place for you. This is what I'm here to do. We're not here to sell you anything that you won't be able to make actionable moves on. We want you to be educated. So 312 Royal Huie Road. Here we go. It is a house here. Now we put Redfin up, and we can see the particular home that is on the tax lien list right here. We can find out some information about it. And that is the first step of doing your due diligence. Any property that you look at, you want to get a good look at it. You want to compare and contrast the property location between, and I'm giving you the Jews, between GIS map, the Google map that we show you. Also, you want to look at the parcel map and compare the locations to make sure you got the right location, as well as we always say make connections. Never forget to make connections. Maybe you can play a realtor that's in that area if you're not there, to kind of ride by and look at the conditions. Remember, you're never to go on these people's property, and sometimes they live there, especially depending on, the areas, like the city. You would assume they live here. So this is a 1,700 square foot home, 0.29 acres, lot 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Is last sold in March 2016. So we'll look at that because we need to take note of that. We want to see the sale, because when we go look at the deed, we're going to look for consecutiveness. Now, I'm not going to show you the deed today, that process, but I do know how to do a soft title search. This is what we teach you in our seminars. And what's the soft title search? That's basically, you're going to pull at least 80 years of the property's information, and you can do that in 15 minutes, because usually things are right online. You just need to know where to look and what to read, because reading deeds and checking for mistakes and things like that is kind of an art, and we teach you that art. Does that make sense? I can show you where to go. This is why we just show you where to go, but you have to have the skill to do it. So once I show you how to read the deed and what to look for, it's like water. You'll be able to preview and see if there's going to be any issues with transferability. You're going to be able to get the owner's information so much, and you're going to take that and compare and contrast. Does that make sense? So again, this is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, single family home built in 1971. You're kind of getting an idea of how old the house is as well. In a three parking space. Then you can also use this particular platform to start to do your compare and contrast for comps. Okay, because in the back of your mind, you want to know, okay, how I'm going to get in and get out at the same time. So if I end up with this property, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to sell it, what I'm going to do, rent it, what's going on here, what's the average property value here. And this will also guide you on how much you want to invest when it comes to bidding. Now, as far as tax liens, in all states, there is a maximum bid that you can bid. It's different. That's why we teach you how to look up the law. But they're never going to go for the price value of the home. Okay, it is never going to go for the actual price value of the home. When we invest in tax lien, it is an investment until it can mature into actual tangible asset. And that's why we teach you how to look for ones that will definitely turn into tangible assets, or the ones that you can just invest for residual income. Okay, does that make sense? So with that being said, you will start looking here and looking at your comps. Yeah, we don't know what comps is. That's when you get into the seller aspects of it, okay? And seeing what's going on in the area, how much house is sold for, and possibly what you can do. And it also teach you about the area, what's going on with the area, if it's new things coming, new colleges, what's around there. Sometimes on these particular websites, they go as deep as giving you the information about the average income, education in the area, so you can know what type of people you're dealing with, what's the possibility of you getting paid rent for a property that you're renting. Does that make sense? So now we're going to, we see the house. This is the first house we're going to look at. We're going to go back to the list. And now let's just see how much the back taxes is, because we didn't know a lot of key things on the list, but I want to show you some of the key things to note on the list. Okay. And I just want you guys to bear with me real quick. I'm going to get my charger so I can do this dual live real quick. Okay. so I could do this dual live. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I'm doing a beta test. I've been having some issues getting my notifications out, but I just wanted to see how would this work. Would I actually get notifications out on my phone versus streaming equipment? You know, and it looks like some people are coming in through my phone, so I do appreciate you guys stopping by. That's why you constantly hear me redirecting them to come to the actual live where I'm showing all of this. Give me 1 second. Woo. Trying to get my phone to sit up. I don't have that. I don't have my thing with me. Yeah, like get it together. I was gonna record, but I said no. Let's just go live. I like going live too. I was gonna record, but I said no. Let's go live. All right, guys. So let's just get back to it. Now we're going to look at some key details about this particular property. So we're on 312 Roy Huie Rd, and we know that they're 3 years back taxes. The amount is not here. So that means that either the person is about to pay it or the person is about to pay it. It may be a case that they have some type of contract going on, but in all cases, you'll be able to see right here where you'll see the entry bid amount. And that's what we want to start with. We want to start with looking at the entry bid amount because that's important. That's going to basically tell us how many properties we can bid on that we're interested in based on our budget. That's the most important part. I always say budget, 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 budget. So we're just going to do our due diligence on this property right now. And we're going to start looking up some information about the property. So the first thing we want to know also the second thing we want to know after the carry out bid amount is the parcel information. All right, so you take that parcel number and that's going to start to unlock the key to doing your due diligence, getting the information you need. Now, let's just go back to Clayton County's tax assessor's office. They're so freaking amazing. They're so amazing. Hold on. Do I got it? Okay. Give me 1 second. When I get a lot of things on a screen. So here, let's just go back here real quick. We're going to go to tax sale. We know that here on the tax sale page, we'll be able to do some of our due diligence. Check this out. So now we're going to do real property search. Can you see that? All right, under real property search, what we're going to do is paste the parcel information. And this is where we're going to start to go look for the bill information. Here this is the parcel address, which match, city match, and this is the bill for 2025. Now, here, this is where you want to pay attention because we know that they are back taxed 3 years for this particular property. So even if they did not tell you how much the price is, you can do your due diligence yourself and check. You see how it gets easy? So right now, let's look at the tax bill that's due for this year. I'm thinking because they didn't have the price amount that they may have a deal working out with this person. But this is some key information I want you to start to pay attention to. We're going to always note the owner's name, address, okay? You want to start writing that down now. And you also want to write down key information about the property. It's a residential lot, so later on you'll keep that in mind when you're looking into zoning information. Now, also when it comes to figuring out if the person lives in a home, that is something you want to determine because you want to communicate with the homeowner if you have to. Not right now, but when it comes to making the final move, you want to gather all this information. So it looks like he actually don't live in the house because the house is located at 312 Roy Huie Rd, and maybe they put the wrong name here because they say Toy Hugh. So I think they did. I think he lives there. It may be a typo. It has to be a typo. So the case says it's an active status. So right now, oh, thank you. So instead of us having to click on all the bills, these are the tax years that was billed. The average tax bill has greatly increased since 2019, highlighting that the tax bill in 2019 was $976. And every year it kind of went up 1,000, and then it went up $800, another $800, and again 2023 it went up about $400 or $500. This is when we was hitting inflation, y'all. Okay, so the taxes right here that looks like it's due is for 2023. Well, actually 2024, because the bill was paid out for 2023, zero balance. So let me just look at that paper. The paper says 2023 taxes is due in 21. I don't think that's totally true. That's why they took that billing information out. Obviously, something is going on. So, what's due now is 2024 taxes for this particular property. Also, what we want to highlight is the value. This is according to the tax assessor's office, but you know that may vary. That's why we go into all the different other platforms and they kind of tell us, give us an idea before we do our comps. Does that make sense? But here it says about 215, and then you go on Redfin. Let's just flash back on that. Redfin says about 216. Okay, so it's not too off. This is where you're starting to do your compare and contrast. Does that make sense? All right. If you're tuning in on the device right here on the long screen, I want you guys to know that we're doing a dual live. You can see this in professional form if you go right on to the YouTube page that you're looking at. Again, so let's just pull that off. So we kind of get an idea of the comps. We're doing our due diligence, figuring out what's going on with this particular property that's on the tax lien list. So we're going to think about $4,000. You know, I like to round up, but it says $3,500 is due. But let's say if we wanted to invest in this, we had a minimum bid of $4,000 or $3,500. So it says to me, just looking at the taxes due, let's look at that again. What's due is 3516. I would assume that you as the investor want to at least have $6,000 to $7,000 to secure this bid. You know, I don't want you guys to go into bidding wars, but if you're looking at the particular property and you know, look at the history to see if it had any liens on it, everything was open. And right now we're looking at a property that values around 216, and this is how it looked. You check out the area. It's probably a perfect investment for you just to do $8,000 plus, you know, waiting to, you know, move forward to obtain the property. You guys do know that investing in Georgia tax liens is an investment until 1 year. And that means you have, after that year, if the homeowner did not pay, that means that you can move forward to secure the property. Does that make sense? So if you didn't miss some of what we showed you, we're just going to backtrack real quick just to kind of show you where you can start to do your due diligence with Clayton County Tax Lien Sale. So you'll go to the Clayton County, Georgia website. You'll go to Tax Sale. Once you go to Tax Sale, it's going to take you to, hold on. Let's just do it again. You have so many things up. Let's just open it. You'll end up going here. Excuse me, guys. Here we go. And this is where you'll find the tax lien bidder pre-registration form right here where we showed you. Also, you'll see the November list right here, which we talked about may shrink, definitely will shrink, as well as we talked about the list that's coming up for October. That's really, really, really small. But I want you guys to keep in mind that there are many counties that have a lot of properties that taxes are available for you to invest in tax liens. Okay, so now that we have seen that, you know, I'm giving you just a brief intro. We're going to reiterate where you go look at the parcel information. So just check this out, guys. I got to remember I'm dual screen streaming. So the things that I want to show, I can't be like, oh, I showed you. So that's where we looked at the tax lien list that's coming up for October the 1st in Clayton County. Is This is the ones that's available. In my professional opinion, I do believe that these may be paid off, and it may be two or three that's available. But that's something that we'll have to look at the day of the tax lien sale. I think we'll be going out there live that day, guys. So just keep that in mind. I may be out there. So we looked up one property just to show you how things go. Again, I want you to press rewind on this particular video so you can learn how to start doing your due diligence. Now, let me just give you a heads up too. This was something that we missed out. They also have a sheriff sale. Hold on. All right, so here is the sheriff's cell. You'll be able to Google that, and that is connected to the tax commissioner office. You can get that information from there. But this is the second part I want to show you, that Clayton County also offers a sheriff's sale, which was remarkably different from a tax lien sale. Okay, guys, because I'm an educator and my main focus is to teach y'all how to do your due diligence. I don't mind showing you all the different realms, but we want to compare and contrast. As you can see, the sheriff's sale comes from different walks of real estate. Check this out. As you can see, right here, it says foreclosure, new, bankruptcy, foreclosure. So they're in different states of transactions. So you have to do your due diligence regardless. Keep in mind, if it's something like a bankruptcy that's connected to a particular home, you want to look for an IRS lien because that person may have the affinity to have more liens on their home. Remember, as a tax lien investor, we are first in line, but we can never supersede an IRS lien. So you want to be leery if you're investing in a tax lien that you actually want the property and actually have a chance to get paid. Does that make sense? But let's just show you. This is the sheriffsale.net. This is Sheriff Sale in Clayton County, the same county in Georgia. Now you can see the entry to get into this particular real estate bidding market is remarkably different. It's different. The entry rate is pretty much close to fair market value. Uh, if that's the way that you invest, I'm kind of quiet because I don't like this way of investing. This is good. What it does eliminate, this is good because what it does eliminate is actually a bank note. We know that a bank note, which is a normal real estate loan for real property, is like a death note. If it's 235,000, by the time you pay off in your 30-year with a fixed or non-fixed, you're gonna probably pay double the amount of the house value, point blank period. We want to get you out of that realm. Does that make sense? But if you're gonna go and you want to cut that middleman out and say, hey, I have this amount to invest, this is what Clayton County offers you. Okay. So I just wanted to start to show you this. This is going to take another full broadcast to show you the sheriff's sale. We're going to go through each page, things like that. Kind of get to know a little bit more about Clayton County. We're refocusing on Clayton County. Okay. Uh, After we do go to the tax lien sale this week, I think we're going to attend on Tuesday. So I just wanted to show you what we have coming up. And now what I do want to show is our trip to Clayton County. All right. We went to Clayton County and did our due diligence, pre-due diligence. I always say if you can get out, go out. Go to where you need to go and see the property. And that's what we did in this particular video. Okay. Look at me. Look at me, y'all. On my handheld device, guys, just giving you a heads up, we will be logging off. I have suggested many times, please just come to the live that's on right now because I do believe that we're having trouble with our notification. And why can I play this screen? Hold on. See, I'm having some type of trouble. Some things are not showing up. I have switched my broadcast. See that? Okay, here we go. I have switched my broadcasting equipment. So I will be streaming a little bit different. But right now, we're going to continue to use that. So with that being said, if you're here on a handheld device, thank you for tuning in. I need you guys to go right back to this page and you guys can watch the rest of this video, or you can actually watch in a more professional setting of the things that I was showing you. So, you guys, thank you for being here today. I appreciate you for stopping through. This was a beta test. Hit the like button if you like the content that I share. I give you guys a mouthful. I love to teach, I love to learn. Just know that what we service you with is education. It's not tangible. Like, you can keep that forever and it can never be taken from you. We want you guys to be safe when you're investing in tax liens, deeds, foreclosures, sheriff sales. And the only way that you're going to do that is by doing your due diligence, understanding how to look at the deed, understanding how to find the deed, how to find liens, what happens when there's an issue with notification. How would you move forward if it's something on its face wrong with the tax lien? These are some of the things that tax lien instrument. These are some of the things that I have experienced in real time. So if you don't know about me, my name is Lady Lashley. I have been investing in tax liens, deeds for the last 6 years. And my goal is to educate people so we can continue to gain root in real estate. We have to correct the market. And the only way we're going to do that if we actually own property, because we're priced out. So with that being said, guys, thank you for joining us. Okay. All right, let's go, y'all. Now what we're going to do is put that video up there for you. Let's get it started. I want to say thank you so much for being with us. Let's add it to the screen and hit play. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Primetime Homebuyers and your kids. Lady Lashley, your alternative. Hold on, y'all. I know this is low. All right, so today, give me 1 second, y'all. That's what we're about to do. And let's do it this way. Let's do it this way, y'all. I'm still getting it together. You know why? They not treating me right. We're going to add the file. And we're going to watch it together, okay? They're like, you gonna play the video? There we go. Yes. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Primetime Homebuyers, and you're here with Lady Lashley. Here we go. Your alternative. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Primetime Homebuyers, and you're here with Lady Lashley, your alternative real estate investment expert. All right, so today what we're going to be doing is taking a little trip around Clayton County, and we're going to be looking at the houses that's on the actual tax lien list for September. Are you ready, guys? Let's go check out some tax lien homes. All right, guys, we're getting strapped in. The first thing you want to do is plan out your trip, okay? So today we're only going to look at 3 properties that's on the list in Clayton County, and we're going to do it in synchronized order. That's what I recommend to you guys. You know, map it out on MapQuest before you start your journey so you can have a smooth trip. So this is going to be about a 40-minute ride. I want you guys to check out the area as we traveling over to check out these tax lien homes. All right, guys. So the first stop we'll be going to is 2117 Amish Court. Let's get there. All right, so we're pulling up on Amish Court. It's a dead end. We're going to be looking for 2117. We're almost there. All right, guys, we found it. As you can see, there is no house here at 2117. Just want to make sure that we're at the right house. I believe so. I believe this driveway court place is 2117. I do believe that let's get to it. All right, y'all guys. I think we're at 2117. At this particular location, it looks like it's back taxed for 2 years. I'm gonna make sure that this is the location because it looks like it was a home here at one point. We want to make sure that we're at the right location because we don't want to trespass. As we know that we're here just observing property, but it looks like a splat of land. Okay, so this is 2113, and as you can see, this particular location is blocked by, I think, the neighbors' trucks. It looks like some of the neighbors are blocking this particular area where they're not supposed to. But we're going to go in and we're going to look real quick because it looks like this is not their land to do this. But 2117, as you can see, it looks like a splat of land here where it was a house. So this is it's a buildable lot at this point, and we already know that it has to have electricity. It has to have electricity as well as, so yes, somehow this structure was disintegrated. So it does have some foundation, And this lot in itself right now is due for 2 years back taxes. So if you're a developer in the Clayton County area, this may be something that you want to look into. So this is why it's always important for you guys to look at the particular tax lien property, because we're going to go. That's why it's important for you guys to go physically look at the tax lien, the properties that's on a tax lien list, because we may look on a Google map or Zillow, and it will have a house there. It may have the old picture, and that's something that we have to be aware of. That sometimes it's not up to date map, so it's always good to have someone to go out there and check it out. All right, so this was the first property that we looked at that's going to be coming up on the Clayton County tax lien list. So that's for someone who's a developer who wants to build a home. And as you can see, we're going to show you how much the actual starting bid should be for this property. It looks like about $6,000. And what we're going to do after we go look at all our properties, we're going to be doing a part two where we're going to do a little due diligence into these particular properties that's for sale. So as you see, there's no house there, but that doesn't mean that there's no liens on the home or any other issues. Okay, so now we're going to be going to our second property, which is 931 Baca Ranta Drive. I hope I'm saying it right. Let's go. All right, guys, we're at our second destination, and we look like we have a property here, and it's pretty decent. So, this is the address below, which is 931 Baca Ronton Drive, and the axing starting amount of taxes is $6,336. Let's see what's going on here. All right, guys, we made it. Let's go check it out. Look like we got some property here. This looks like a decent home. So the first thing we want to look out is out the outside structure. Let's look at the roof. The roof doesn't look too bad. It does look like it needs to be replaced. These are some of the things that you want to look at. We're going to look at the history of the house. It looks like it's maintained. The grass is cut. So even though it's on the tax lien list, we don't want to. It looks like they got a notice here. I don't know if anyone is living here. We try not to trespass on the property, but we do want to get a good look at what's going on here. So we're not going to walk through the property. It looks like people have walked through the property. It looks like no one lives here right now. So we're going to just try to take a little sneak peek. God be the glory that we don't get in trouble. They have a camera out here, so obviously they're still watching the property. But this is the property that's on the tax lien list for about $6,000. And as you can see, there is some structural issues. And that's some of the first things you want to look at. Remember, the first thing that came out we saw was the roof. So the roof looks like it needs to be replaced. And there's other leaks and structural issues that we want to pay attention to. That's the first thing I look at. As you can see, the garage is off its hinge. You may need a new garage. And when you see wood like this around, it says to me, not even only erosion, but we have to pay attention for termites. You never know. So, but this is a beautiful home. We're going to do some research on this particular house to see what is the background history on it. Do we have any liens? What's the price value? We're currently in Riverdale in Clayton County. We're going to be looking at one more house on the tax lien list, and this home is on the tax lien list for $6,000 starting bid. As you can see, they have another entrance here. And we're going to try to get some area views of this particular home. All right, guys. So this is some of the things that I always recommend my students to do is to go do a hard drive before you go to the tax lien sale. At least have 5 properties on your list that you want to look at, and you actually do your due diligence. So in our next video, we're going to be getting deep down into what's going on with these houses. But let's take a look at the neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood, pretty quiet. All right, guys, we're going to destination number 3. Okay, we're still only at the $6,000 entry bid rate. Okay, so um, when we're looking for a property, we want to stay within our budget. And tonight, I would give us a budget about $10,000. So we want to look for things in the price value of $6,000, $7,000. The next place we'll be going to is 312 Royal Hunts Road. Let's go. The next place we'll be going is 312 Royal Hunts Road. Let's go. That's due. All right, blessings. We have got to our third location, but every location is different. So it looks like someone is still in this home. This particular property, which is 312 Royal Hughes Road, it's back 3 years of taxes. Now, it doesn't have the amount that's due. It's back 3 years of taxes. It doesn't have the amount that's due, but you can always contact the county because this house is on the list. So what we're going to do is just do a ride by because we cannot trespass anyone's property. You know, guys, we have to be safe when we're doing this, but we're going to just take a look. So we're looking for 312. This is 320. I believe that this is 312 coming up, and we do have three houses of cars in the driveway. It's a multi-unit dwelling. So this is the address, y'all. And there are people who live here. So that would say to us, if you were to move forward on this property, that you will possibly have to evict the tenant. They're 3 years behind in taxes. It looks like it looks like um it looks like it looks like they may have or set up a payment plan with the county because we're not seeing the taxes that's due, but we're going to do a little research. Okay, guys, so this is our preliminary ride through of three of the potential properties that we are interested in investing in this upcoming September 2nd, I believe, or September 6th, tax lien sale in Clayton County. So let's.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback team.